Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn and Talk, the place where English meets real life. I'm your host, Sarah, and today we've got a super relatable topic. You know that one scary, awkward, and kind of funny experience we all go through? Yep, your first day at the gym.
Oh no, Sarah, don't remind me. That day was a total disaster for me. I mean, everyone looked like they were training for the Olympics, and I was just trying to find the treadmill start button.
Classic. I think we've all been there. The first day at the gym always feels like you're in a different universe, full of confident people lifting weights, and you're just standing there like, is this machine for arms or legs?
Exactly. And the worst part is you pretend like you know what you're doing. You press some random buttons, lift a dumbbell for 2 seconds, then put it down because it's too heavy.
I swear, that's the international first day at the gym ritual. But you know what, Mateo? It's actually a lot like learning English.
Really? How's that?
Think about it. On your first day, you feel shy, you're afraid of making mistakes, and you think everyone else knows more than you. But once you keep showing up, it gets easier. You start learning how things work, you gain confidence, and one day you realize you're doing it naturally.
You're right. So basically, confidence grows when you stop worrying about what people think.
Exactly. And that's our message today. Whether it's your first day at the gym or your first time speaking English, the only way forward is to start.
Oh yeah, that's true. I remember that morning. I was sitting in my car outside the gym for 15 minutes, just staring at the entrance like, should I really go in?
That's called gym hesitation. We all do it.
And then I thought, well, I already paid for the membership, might as well suffer.
That's one way to stay motivated. But see, even that's a lesson. Sometimes motivation doesn't start from inspiration. It starts from commitment.
Yeah, like when you pay for it and then realize, okay, no turning back now.
Exactly! And that's what we'll talk about today. How to push through the awkward beginnings, learn some smart English phrases you can use at the gym, and maybe laugh a little at our embarrassing moments too.
Sounds perfect. And if you're listening right now, grab your headphones, maybe take a walk, or even hit the gym while you listen. We're about to make English learning fun and real.
Love that. All right, let's dive into it. So, Mateo, tell us, what really happened on your first day at the gym?
Okay, so here's what happened. I walked in, and right away this super fit trainer smiled and said, "Hey, first day?" And of course I tried to sound cool. I was like, "Nah, I've been working out for a while." But the truth is, Sarah, I didn't even know where the locker room was.
Oh no, so you pretended to be a pro.
Yeah, and then karma hit me immediately. I picked up some weights. They looked light, right? But when I lifted them, my arms were shaking like crazy. I tried to act normal, like, yeah, that's just my warm-up, but my face was red and I almost dropped one on my foot.
Mateo, that's what I call pretend confidence. We all do it. You walk into a gym, see everyone lifting like superheroes, and you suddenly feel like a potato with legs.
Exactly. And then there was this guy running on the treadmill beside me, looking like he was training for a marathon. Meanwhile, I was struggling to find the start button. I pressed something and suddenly the treadmill went to speed 10. I almost flew off like a cartoon character.
Oh my God, I can totally imagine that. You were like, Houston, we have a problem.
Yes, I literally had to grab the handles for dear life. The trainer came running and said, "You okay, buddy?" I was like, yeah, just testing the emergency stop feature.
That's a perfect example of saving face. But honestly, this is what I love about English learning moments too, when we make mistakes and just laugh about them.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes when people speak English, they feel embarrassed if they say something wrong. Like when I once said, "I am boring" instead of "I am bored."
Oh, that's a classic one. There's a big difference between I'm bored, which means you need excitement, and I'm boring, which means you make others bored.
Exactly. So now I double check before saying that.
That's the spirit. And you know, there's another similarity between the gym and English. You can't get results if you don't show up. If you go once a month, you'll never see progress. But if you do a little every day, you get stronger.
I love that. Consistency beats perfection.
Yes, that's a phrase worth remembering. Consistency beats perfection. You don't need to be perfect at English or perfect at the gym. You just need to keep showing up.
That's actually very motivating because people always think they need the perfect moment, perfect plan, or perfect grammar before speaking. But the truth is, you just need to start.
Exactly. Mistakes are part of progress. And sometimes those awkward moments are what make your journey fun and memorable, like your flying treadmill story.
Yeah, that moment was pure chaos, but also kind of the best part, because it broke the ice. After that, people smiled, helped me out, and suddenly I didn't feel so out of place anymore.
That's the power of being human. When you stop trying to be perfect, you connect with others better.
That's deep, Sarah. I like that.
Thanks, Mateo. So now that you survived day 1, tell us, what did you learn from that experience? So, Mateo, after the whole treadmill adventure and those light weights, what did you actually learn from your first day at the gym?
Well, first, never trust a dumbbell that looks small. But seriously, I learned that starting something new is always awkward. You don't know the rules, you don't know the rhythm, and you just have to laugh through it.
That's so true. Whether it's a new gym, a new job, or learning English, the first few days feel like you're in a different world. Everyone looks confident, and you're like, what language are they even speaking?
Exactly. Like when I first joined, everyone was saying stuff like superset, high IT, reps, sets, and I was just nodding like, oh, totally, yeah, reps, not knowing what that even meant.
That's like someone hearing, I'm running late, and thinking it means literally running. Language and gym both have their secret codes.
Right, and that's where I realized it's okay not to know. You just ask. Once I asked my trainer, hey, what's a rep? And he explained it so simply that I thought, wow, I could have just asked instead of pretending.
See? That's a golden lesson. Never fake understanding, just ask. That's how you grow faster. In English, too, people are scared to ask, but most native speakers love explaining.
Yeah, they actually appreciate the effort. The moment you say, sorry, what does that mean? You're learning. That's better than pretending to understand everything.
Exactly. And it's brave. The same bravery you showed going to the gym despite the fear of looking silly, that's something a lot of people need to hear. It's okay to look silly when you're learning.
Totally. Because that first day, I was embarrassed at first. But then I realized everyone starts somewhere. Even the biggest guy in the gym was once confused about how to adjust the bench.
I love that perspective. You know, I had a similar moment when I started teaching English. I was so nervous, I mixed up sheet and seat in class.
Oh no!
The students laughed so hard, and honestly, so did I.
Oh, that must have been hilarious. But that's what I mean. You laugh, you move on, and that's how learning becomes fun.
Exactly. So many people give up because they think mistakes mean failure. But mistakes actually mean you're trying. You're doing the reps in English, in fitness, in life.
I love that, doing the reps. That's such a powerful metaphor. Every word you learn, every awkward sentence you speak is a mental push-up.
Yes, I wish more learners saw it that way. You don't need perfection, you need persistence.
And maybe some coffee after leg day.
Absolutely. Coffee is part of every fitness routine and every recording session. So, if I sum up my first day lesson, it's this. Don't be afraid to look funny. Just show up, ask questions, and keep going.
Perfectly said, Mateo. And that's not just about the gym. That's life advice right there. Thanks, Coach Sarah.
Anytime. Okay, so now I'm curious. After that tough start, what kept you motivated to go back the next day? All right, Mateo, tell me honestly, what made you go back to the gym after all that first day chaos? Because most people, they just disappear after day 1.
True. Honestly, Sarah, it was pain. I woke up sore in places I didn't even know existed. But that pain, it reminded me that I did something new. And weirdly, that felt good.
You mean like the pain was proof of progress?
Exactly. It was like my body saying, hey, we started something. Don't stop now. You know, same thing happens when you learn English. The first few conversations hurt your brain. You mix words, forget grammar, feel embarrassed, but that's your brain growing.
That's such a smart comparison. I always tell my students, if English feels easy every day, you're not improving. Real growth comes when it's uncomfortable, when you stretch your limits.
Yes, like those last few reps that burn your muscles. That's where the real change happens.
Absolutely. But tell me, what about motivation? Everyone starts strong, but after a week, energy drops. How do you keep that fire alive?
I have a secret. I don't wait for motivation. I just show up. Because honestly, motivation's like Wi-Fi. Sometimes it's strong, sometimes it's gone, and if you wait for it, you'll never get online.
I love that. Motivation is like Wi-Fi. Someone quote that right now.
It's true though. If you rely on feeling ready, you'll never start. What helps me is routine. I treat the gym like brushing my teeth. Not exciting, but necessary.
That's gold. Because once something becomes routine, discipline replaces motivation. And that's the real power.
Exactly. Even in language learning, don't study only when you feel like it. Make it part of your day. Listen to a podcast while walking, read a small article before bed, talk to yourself in English when you cook. Small things, but daily.
Totally agree. It's not about one big effort, it's about consistent, small efforts. Like 1 push-up every day still beats 0 push-ups every month.
True. And I realized another thing. Celebrate small wins. After my second week at the gym, I was still weak, but at least I knew how to use the machines without looking like I was building IKEA furniture.
That's progress right there. You moved from confused beginner to slightly confident beginner, and that's huge.
Exactly. And that's what keeps you going. Because when you notice improvement, even a little, your brain rewards you. It's like, hey, we're getting better.
That's why we should notice those small wins. In English, when you finally understand a movie scene without subtitles, celebrate it. When you say something correctly in conversation, celebrate it.
Yes, because those small victories keep your energy high. And one day, you'll look back and realize you've become fluent or fit without even noticing the exact moment it happened.
That's powerful. Growth doesn't happen overnight. It happens quietly, one small win at a time.
Exactly. So yeah, that's why I went back to the gym. Not because I was excited, but because I knew that quitting would mean going back to 0.
That's a strong mindset. So many people need to hear that. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep showing up.
Right. Whether it's lifting weights or learning verbs, just show up and the rest will follow.
Beautifully said, Mateo. Okay, now let's talk about something fun. Those awkward gym moments we've all had but never admit, because I know you have a story or two.
Oh, you have no idea.
All right, Mateo, we've talked about motivation and mindset, but now let's get real. Everyone has at least one embarrassing gym story. What's yours?
Okay, don't judge me. My first week, I went to the wrong section. I thought it was the treadmill area, but turns out it was the yoga class. I just stood there, confused, holding my water bottle while everyone started stretching.
Oh no! So what did you do?
I panicked, tried to copy them, but let's just say my version of downward dog looked more like a lost puppy.
That's priceless. I think we all have moments like that. My first time at the gym, I wore brand new sneakers with the price tag still hanging. The trainer literally stopped me mid-exercise to take it off.
That's so relatable. You know, it's funny, those moments feel so embarrassing when they happen, but later, they become the best stories.
Exactly. And the same goes for learning English. You'll say weird sentences, use the wrong words, make people laugh accidentally, but later you'll laugh with them. That's growth.
Yes, mistakes are like gym bloopers. Funny now, useful later. They make you stronger, smarter, and definitely more confident.
And it's important to remember, no one at the gym or in an English class is judging you. Everyone's too focused on themselves.
Exactly. When I realized that, everything got easier. I stopped caring about looking silly because, hey, everyone started somewhere.
Even the guy lifting heavy weights once struggled to lift an empty bar.
So true. Whether it's your first day at the gym or your first English conversation, confidence comes from doing, not waiting.
Yes, don't wait to be ready. You'll never feel ready. Just start, even if you feel awkward, and soon that awkwardness turns into experience.
Beautifully said. So if you're listening right now and you've been thinking, maybe I'll start tomorrow, don't. Start today. Go to the gym, open that English book, listen to a podcast. Do something small right now.
Exactly, because success doesn't come from waiting, it comes from showing up again and again.
And laughing along the way, because if you can laugh at your mistakes, nothing can stop you.
That's the best motivation right there. Laugh, learn, and lift. Your words, your weights, and your confidence.
I love that. Laugh, learn, and lift. That's going on a t-shirt for sure.
Hey, let's make it the slogan for this episode.
Deal. And before we wrap up, to everyone listening, remember, growth isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Whether you're learning English or working out, every small effort counts.
So true. Keep going, keep smiling, and don't forget, it's okay to feel awkward. That just means you're learning.
Exactly. And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to follow Learn and Talk, share it with a friend, and tell us your funniest first day story in the comments.
We'd love to read them. Maybe we'll even share some in the next episode.
All right, everyone, this was Sarah and Mateo from Learn and Talk, reminding you, stay curious, stay confident, and keep learning.
See you next time, hopefully after your workout.
Bye, everyone.